Welcome back to another day of Animal Crossing. It's time to make that big money. We gotta see what's going on. Also, my clock for this game is all fucked up. It's all fucked up. It's about 3 hours ahead. So I gotta be careful when I am recording from here on out, because there may be a chance where I just end up fucking up the day. Anyway, you know, Dumpling, versatile items are the key to any wardrobe. And so I sent you this. It's heavy enough to keep you warm, but it's light enough you won't be too warm. It'll be useful and stylish throughout the year. I hope it's not her cotton. Right? Her wool, her cotton. What is she, a plant? A cardigan shirt combo. The pretty girl in the cardigan. There we go. Alright, let's see. They ain't too bad. I gotta remember, I have my microphone right here. So it probably sounds a little bit different instead of me having it so far away like I usually do. Alright, let's see how much money we're going to be making today. Let's see. There she is. Look, she's wearing the diner uniform that I gave her. Cute. Cute. Frida is a cute. I don't know what I have planned for today, but I'll just play. There's nothing I really am going. Oh, stretches. Gotta get the stretches. And isn't there anything you love more than when a dog just kind of like gets off the bed or gets off the couch and then just drag their feet across it until they're just hanging off and they just, good stretch. They get the good stretch. Is this a rattan bed? Holy shit, it's a rattan bed. Yeah, sure, I'll buy it. Why not? Alright, let's see. What do we have today? Turnip prices is 78 bells, so they actually, I don't know if they went up. Technically, they went up from Saturday, but I don't know if it does that. Alright, let's see here. So, Monday in the AM is, excuse me, let me see it again. 78 bells. Alright, type in the 78. Let's go check how it is. Let's see. So by the PM, it should be from 73 to 126. Hopefully. Looks like there's going to be a large spike in the week. There's an 86.2% chance, but, we don't know. Alright? I'm just letting you know that. We don't know. These are still viable. These are entirely viable, but I will be making money this week, so thank God. Thank God. If it's in the hundreds, that's what I'm looking for. At least to break a little bit even, because I lost a 500k investment because I bought them for 110. It wasn't 500k, it was more like a 320 something k investment, but I only made like 120 back when I sold them all, and that was very upsetting. And it sucks that I couldn't buy anymore, wherever it may be. But alright, let's see. Looks like it's raining again. Oh, Stu! Are you off for a walk? Lots of clouds in the sky. They look like cotton candy. Gotta find a ladder so I could bite them. If only they were pudding, right, Stu? Big ol' references to Rugrats, huh? It's been raining a lot in my game, which is wonderful. You guys see how much it rains. It was raining at 5 a.m., so it was 3 a.m. It was raining at 5. Let's see. Or 3 a.m. my time, 5 a.m. in the game. Because, remember, I had to travel back in time to get... You know how it goes. Anyway, I was walking around yesterday picking up DIY stuff, and I came up with this great recipe. Cube. Who? Orange umbrella. I do not have that. Also, is it the time for... I guess now would be the time for DIY recipes to fly. It's every 5 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Every 56 and... Excuse me, every 6 and 1, I think? I'm not exactly sure. I had to go look up how it is. It's every 5 minutes. Apparently you get the shell recipes from talking to people. Oh. She is a shorty. You gotta water her to make sure she grows. Thanks for saying hello. What's the latest? Time is a bit more leisurely here on the island. If I don't watch the clock, the day ends before I know it. Is that her way to say, like, hey, how about you just stop time traveling? It's interesting. You know, seeing how people talk about time traveling, they see it as this way to win the game right away. Which is... I guess I could understand that, meaning that you could play the turnip market, which is something I've done. I play the turnip market, time traveling. I did that my last time because I wanted to make money, like, legit. It was about a 4-hour time investment, you know, instead of a, let's see, it took me three and a half weeks in-game to be able to even get a good turnip price. That wasn't just 50 turnips. Welcome to Casa de Lionel, the Spanish for Lionel's crib. What's up? I must have been a lot of work building all those scenic cliffs the other day, huh? But let me tell you, this lion definitely appreciates the view. Hey, I appreciate it very much. Very... Mwah. Mwah. I give kisses to anyone who appreciates my wonderful buildings. So that's wonderful, huh? So how are you guys doing today? How's your islands going? Everything's going good? Everything's going well? Everything has been going fine with me. There are days where I'll spiral out. You guys see it. Days where I'll just spiral out. I was like, my town's shit, everything's shit, whatever it may be. And, I want to say everyone has those days, but I don't think everyone has those days. I get them more than not. Probably just because I look at TikTok stuff. Oh, I forgot. Damn, I forgot today I was gonna get... I forgot today I was gonna get those nice paths. Woo! That gives me a reason to go download them right now. Hold on a moment. Let's see here. There's gonna be a cut in the video as I go grab them. Alright, so this is gonna be a good way to kill some time, actually, until the time changes to noon. So I will be showing you guys the wonderful, tasty... Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's some pattern fabric I made it myself. You know how you can customize furniture by switching other parts that are made of fabric? I thought you might be use my fabric for doing that. I also have lots of different kinds of patterns. Time. Yep, so it's pretty sweet. So she allows us to, she just gave us a free pattern. I don't think it's an item or anything like that we have currently on us, but if we continue to talk to her, she will give us patterns, which is something that I did not know, which I would have just kept talking to her. I talked to her to the point where I was like, oh, I guess she's not going to give me a mannequin, or she's not going to give me anything that's not programmed into the game yet. That's what I just initially thought, but I was in fact wrong. So, I'll put the code up on the screen. Obviously, you can see the code being put up right now. This is a person's creator code. Now, I will say, this isn't the original version of it. This is the version that this person edited so it wasn't quote-unquote ashy, right? Because it was kind of gray, I guess you can say. Let's see, 018 3882 4571. And it comes up with these it's going to come up with her entire creator profile, which I don't know if she'll have more there. But it'll come up with these beautiful patterns, and you're looking at these, and you're like, Luna, they're brown. What's going on here? What's going on here? Well, yeah, that's true. They are brown, because that's the dirt. That's the dirt path. And you see everything that's PNG. Excuse me, not PNG. You see everything that's transparent. That's going to be the grass. That's going to be the grass when it changes colors, when it's snow, or wherever it may be. So it's actually going to look really, really cool. So we are just going to save as many as we can. We're just going to go through it really, really fast. Overwrite absolutely everything. Which, and by the way, this is kind of like an interesting undertaking, I guess you can say. It takes quite some time to do this. It isn't something that takes like 2 seconds. The reason why I don't really do a lot of paths or anything along those lines when it comes to nabbing them is just due to the fact they take quite some time to do it in a video. But I think that's completely fine for today's video. If you aren't going to watch, you aren't going to watch. So, let's see. I will be repathing my town. I know I stated that I wanted to go with the wonderful, like, stone, 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 stone. Everyone's doing dirt paths. Everyone's doing terracotta, wherever it means. I want stone. Stone looks good. Stone looks great. You know, I like the clovers or whatever it may be. And now I'm saving over the clovers, which my town's gonna look real fucked up right now. NGL, as the kids say. Not gonna lie, it's gonna look real fucked up. Which is going to be okay because, you know, when things get a mess, you could always fix it, right? Things are always fixable. There's always a solution, okay? You hear that, D&D people? There's always a solution. You guys failed. Actually, you guys failed a lot more than you think, but, you know, don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it. So I wonder what the pattern that she gave me to be able to give me more crafting slots, or not crafting slots, more customization slots. I wonder what it may be. I don't know. I'll go check it out. So that's pretty cool. Winnie ended up redesigning it from the permission of the author, which I believe was a Japanese creator. You can find it down in the description below to hers, to this code and whatever it may be, and you get to see pictures of examples and whatnot. It takes her to her Twitter. So if you don't have Twitter, then I don't know what to tell you. All the links are mostly Twitter-based because guess what? Twitter's the new Tumblr right now, sadly, so that's where the codes are going to be coming from. Majority of the codes came from Tumblr back in the day. Tumblr's pretty much dead. Ooh, look at that. See this? You see that? Isn't that beautiful? That's beautiful, isn't it? Alright, let's see here. So, let me actually do some quote-unquote quick redesigning just to show these off. Because right now, with the way they don't look good. You know why? Because specific ones are saved over the ones that aren't meant to be there. So, let me show you. So, I'll just do the one that's down, right? So, we'll do this. So, we'll get rid of that, and then get rid of, well, actually, you know what's kind of funny? The pattern's going on the pattern. So let's, I gotta do this if I want to do it. Oh, man, that sucks. The pattern's going on the pattern. All right, so, and then, boom, boom, boom. Nice and jagged, nice and wonderful, tasty. There's a tastiness to it. Let's see here. What do we got? Let us complete the other side so I could have you guys know what it looks like. So it looked pretty good. Boop, boop, boop. And up here. Boop. Boop. Boom. Look at that. And it's a wonderful little walkway that I'm probably going to be editing and figuring out as time goes on. So, yeah, that's about it. It looks pretty good. I like it. Looks nice. Pretty little patterns. Why not, huh? Alright, let's go check out that money. Money, 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 money. What am I looking for here? Money, money, money. Tons of money, money, money. Now, I will say that some paths will not be able to look good. Like, this doesn't look like, oh, it's a single path type of thing. It doesn't look like it's something that would flourish like that, sadly. So, like, you know, that single path that I have right there, it doesn't look like it would be good. But I think we could just kind of, you know, be creative with it. All right, let's see. 75 bells. 75 bells. All right, let's see. Let's open up our YouTube here, and let's hope the music doesn't play. As I said, open up. Nope, don't you fucking dare do that. Okay, so it's actually going down. It's actually going down. So doing that is kind of scary. It's kind of scary because I think we're just in another decreasing. Like I said, even though that's at 84%, it's not guaranteed. You know how people say it's like, oh, if there's a 30% or 35% chance that it's gonna rain, it is gonna rain. Like the stock market is so volatile. It looks like I'm just gonna have a decreasing thing again, and I'm gonna lose money. again. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's hope there's a increase later on, but you know, that's just how fucking things go, I guess you can say. That's just how things go. And I'll ball up my fists and be angry as much as I can, but hey, that's just
the way the cookie crumbles. It's just the way the cookie crumbles.
You know what's kind of interesting, right? When I put this camera up, right, and I was talking to you, it's interesting because I felt as if how do I say this? I looked a lot better when I had facial hair, right? I can grow some facial hair, it's patchy or wherever it may be, but it makes me look 1,000 times better. Like, I'm just starting to get used to the way that I look now. I don't know if you know anyone who has facial hair, anyone who's chubby or whatever it may be, anyone who is pretty heavy when it comes to weight. Usually, if they shave their face after that being something that is their defining feature, they look completely different. There's like a meme of like, you know, the joke is that you see a guy who looks completely rugged, like, you know, like a anti-hero in some movie, but once he shaves his face, he ends up looking like a little kid, right? Like, you end up looking baby-faced. My face is rather young looking, I guess you could say. It does look a lot older now, but, you know, I think it probably should have looked like this in my early 20s, to be completely honest with you. But I looked a lot better when I had, you know, facial hair, whatever it may be. Even though, you know, I had a mustache that didn't come in correctly. I had a quote-unquote puberty mustache. My chin hair is the only thing that really comes in. And then my jawline is patchy, to say the least. But it's interesting because that kind of look, I looked way better than what I initially looked right now. I look clean, I guess you can say. But I don't know. It was something. I guess that's why I was having such kind of like an embarrassed moment when I did the video, because I wanted to see, I wanted to do it again. I initially wanted to do it for like episode 1 and whatnot, but I was like, I have a whole bunch of new material. I'm using things that I never really used too much of, and then in turn, like, guess what? Like, the first 15 episodes of Animal Crossing all have like technical difficulty issues. The first 2 episodes have audio issues that I should have fixed, but I was just like, oh, I want to get the episodes out as fast as I can. And in turn, it probably hurt the series more than anything else. But I don't know. Take your time. That's all I gotta say. Take your time. You'll see once my facial hair starts going back. It's actually very slow. Actually, it's probably 3 times faster than what it used to be. Like, to be able to get what I had, it took like a year, but now it'll take like 2.5 months, which is pretty slow. There's people already with like 5 o'clock shadows after they shaved, like the next day, right? So, I don't know. That's just me. Just can't fucking look underneath the trees. It started raining again, which I'm not gonna lie, that makes me angry. It makes me angry. I don't like the fact that it rains. I very much don't enjoy it. It rains too often. Too often. Too goddamn often. But I have been struggling trying to find stuff to do as of late to keep busy. Like, I've cleaned everything, right? I guess the only thing I have to do is actually I could do it now. Since my little brother is awake or whatever it is. I ended up talking to him yesterday about him fucking flipping the fuck out. I talked about it yesterday in the video. I was like, what's going on? What's wrong? I was like, why are you doing that? I was like, maybe we don't do that. Maybe we don't. I talked to him a little bit different. I didn't yell at him or anything. I just talked to him. Because if I immediately pick up my voice, he'd just immediately, you know, defiant mode. You know how it goes, right? So I ended up talking to him. I was like, maybe we don't do that. Maybe we don't. And it's like, maybe we don't slam your desk because you're going to fuck up your hand. We don't do that. And it's like, just hit your chair. Your chair's padded, bro. Just, like, if you need to hit something, hit the chair. Fuck it. Instead of making you go cold turkey 100%. But hey, gamers, right? Gamer rage. Knuckles cracked. Wife hit. That's right. It's gamer time. You know that meme. You're like, what the fuck? I don't know that meme. Yeah, there's a meme that gamers abuse their girlfriends. Is it funny? Do you really find that funny? Do you find that funny? Do you find abuse funny? Oh, man. Sorry. That was my interpretation of someone that I knew a long while ago. Long while ago. Long time ago. Someone I may or may have not dated. She didn't like that I joked about anything. You're like, what are you doing, joking about abuse all the time? No, she just didn't like that. I couldn't... I did have issues with taking things seriously, but, like, just turning everything into a joke, trying to make a joke out of every, like, bad situation, Like, after the crying and stuff happens, like, just, like, fight is serious. I was like, I'm just trying to make the situation not terrible, because it's the only way I really know how. I'm sorry. And then that stemmed into, like, anything I joked about was just immediately poo-pooed. Poo-pooed. No jokes. Alright, give me that. Tasty. Chop some wood, wardrobe, plant bamboo shoots. How about you fuck your mother? I won't do that. What is this orange? It's just oranges, right? Yeah, it's kind of lame. It'd be cool if it was like an umbrella that was like an orange slice, right? That'd be pretty cool. They did that with a leaf. They can do that with an umbrella. I know they can. Why not? Frita, hello. Your face is very dark. I just noticed that. How are you doing? You find something? Oh, yeah. I have this. Is this yours, man? Nah, that ain't mine, Who'd have a thing like that? Did you try Mira? It's kind of funny. I went over to Mira when the video cut, and I didn't even think about giving it to her. I just went in there to see if she was crafting. Because I know someone's crafting. It's probably Coco, but someone's crafting. Or maybe Mathilda. Let me go check. Actually. Mira, my cutie. My absolute cutie. You lose this? As I've been saying, I have no idea what I've been having issues with doing stuff in my time, like keeping my time busy. Thank you. What the fuck is that? Was that a hat? A baseball cap. I really don't want that. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Thank you. God damn it, hold on. Let me close this. It's distracting me. A YouTube video is playing in the background. I'm like watching it with no audio. I've been having issues trying to like keep busy wherever it may be. I took a break from D&D stuff because I was like, you know what? If we're not gonna play for like a majority of the month of June, then we're not playing for the majority of the month of June. So I'll use that as I'll turn this thing that is upsetting me as a positive, I guess you can say, into doing Coco's into doing something. And it ended up having me read all of Chainsaw Man, read all of Fire Punch, which I'll talk about that in a little bit. Fire Punch is fucking ridiculous. Classic library wall. I believe I already know how to do that. I believe you're the one who taught me, Coco. You're the one who taught me. Coco, please. Coco, please. You're the one who taught me. Did I dig up fossils yesterday? I guess I did, huh? I'm pretty sure my little sister would like this. I think everyone I know already has this. Reading all of Fire Punch, which is another manga from the person who makes Chainsaw Man. And it's kind of interesting because this person, I guess, I haven't read anything else prior to it, but it was kind of it was like 81 chapters. It was quick. The story got to the point. It's very sad. It's very sad and disgusting, I guess you can say. It's a seinen, so it has grown-up stuff in it, which means it just has graphic violence against women, pretty much. That's what that means. It has just acute graphic violence against women in it. Alright, did you see me? Did you just see me dribble? I just dribbled everywhere. Kind of gross, huh? It's a world where people have, like, these gifts, and then this guy, he has a gift to... How do I throwback rocket? He has a gift to regenerate, and he can regenerate pretty much not interesting, immediately. His sister has the ability to regenerate, and he explained it as in, like, if she got her arm cut off, it would take a week for it to grow back. For him, it's instant. They live in, like, a small village. The world frozen over because, quote-unquote, the Ice Queen just, like, made the world freeze over, but it was just an ice age that ended up happening. It's just what the higher-ups did to keep the population under control and make them to believe X, Y, and Z, right? Like, the whole world got... Pretty much the whole world got brainwashed when the world experienced another ice age. And they're living through the ice age, and he has his sister cut off his arm so he could feed the old people in his village. And this is like all the first chapter. And he has regenerative abilities. He ends up coming across an army guy with a gift of fire that doesn't go out until you die. Right? It only stops once you die. His regenerative abilities doesn't allow him to die. Right? Doesn't allow him to age. He doesn't really need to eat. He doesn't really need to do anything like that, right? It is good to help him grow, but, like, it doesn't really do anything for him in the end. So he ends up getting set on fire, and in turn he becomes on fire forever. He ends up living days and weeks. He ends up living 5 years on fire. Because of his regeneration abilities. Unable to die. He watched his sister die in front of him. She told him to live through it, and he doesn't understand why she would want him to live through anything like that. And so he ends up living, and he becomes a walking guy who's on fire, and he punches things. That's just pretty much it, right? There's more to the story. Like, there's slavery, there's sex trade, there's, like, everything that everyone that used to make someone appear like a terrible person gets thrown around, right? Anything like that. Anything to make you like, oh yeah, this guy's the bad guy, by the way. Anything like that happens. He ends up destroying the civilization really early on. People end up believing that he's a god because he's a guy walking on fire, and anything he touches literally burns until it doesn't live anymore. So he's on this revenge path to kill the soldier, and the soldier's like, hey man, your village was a group of cannibals. You know, we found meat of people in there. They're like, you know what happens when what happens when the meat isn't around anymore? They go out and start attacking other people. So I don't feel bad for what I did to you and your sister, because you're a whole bunch of cannibals. I don't care. You guys got what you deserved. But like here, and like he sees him in a village. He sees the guy like years later. He's like, here, I'm teaching these people to be good, to be right, whatever it is. It's like, I thought I was going to change the world for God with my gift, but, you know, really, I don't really agree with anything here. You know, I'm going to teach these kids to be good, teach these kids to be great, and not be cannibals, and have them, like, learn a good life. And he goes like, okay. It was like, his sister wouldn't want him to kill someone who's a good person anymore. And he was already going through heart changes, and then the guy ends up turning on him, and he ends up killing a lot of people. And then Fire Punch murders that guy's entire family and him, who set him on fire. It was pretty great. And then it's kind of weird, man. It's kind of weird. The only thing that kept him going was his sister. And then now that his revenge was gone, he was like, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I really like it. I think it's really good. It's really good. It's going to be getting an anime, and Chainsaw Man's going to be getting an anime, so I'm actually really hyped for that. I feel like Fire Punch could probably be done in about, like, maybe an 18 episode to 24 episode season. Actually, you know what? Not even thinking about it. It could be done in 13 episodes, but I would probably want to push it upwards to 20. I'm actually really looking forward to it for when it comes out, because it's such an interesting story, right? Of people not being taught common sense, right? And the common sense they are taught is just evil and dirty, and the world's just broken. And then there's this guy who's just with rage and endlessly on fire forever, who just got used to it at some point, right? I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I don't know. I really like Fire Punch. Fire Punch was awesome. Damn, you got piojos. You got piojos. Hold on. Everything itches. I can't believe you have piojos. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. Boom. Great googly moogly. Oh, damn. It broke. Whoa, there was a free call on me. Yuck. Stu. You're about to give it to my other villagers, jerk. Did I get one for Flea Flicker? Oh, you know, that's kind of interesting. I really don't... When I see them with it, I usually don't whack them. Doing it gives you, like, a lot of friendship points, or whatever it may. Friendship points. Or affection, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see. I came over here for a reason. Because I wanted to move Vladimir. I was too busy talking about Fire Punch. But Chainsaw Man... I guess... what I was trying to say is that a lot of people view... these two mangas as pretty much like tortured porn. I get within a sense, as in like, oh, the characters are always constantly suffering and nothing good ever really happens, and when it does happen, it's only there for it to be ripped away. Let's see. Golden trout. Okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. So, it's like a big meme. I don't know. There's like a crazy bit at the end where there was a girl who looked like his sister, and he's like, "You're my sister, man." And she's like, "No, I'm not your sister. My name's Judah." He's like, "You're my sister." He's like, "No, I'm Judah. Please kill me. You kind of ruined my entire life." "You're my sister." "No, my name is Judah." And then she ends up having amnesia, and then she ends up meeting him. She's like, "Who am I?" He's like, "Oh, you're Luna." And he's like, "Oh, shit." And Luna was his sister in the beginning of the manga, who died, and that he loved a ton. And she loved him more than a brother, which is sad because she just didn't know any better. Because she didn't have any other male in her life. It was just her brother. It's literally just her brother. Just a whole bunch of old people, and then her brother, who was older than her by like a couple of years. Enough for her to be like whimsical and not knowing what he was like when he was 7, I think it was. So probably a 7-year difference. Most likely. No, I guess she was probably around 10-ish. No, it was 15 years. He was 15 when it happened, 20. So she was probably just 12, 11-ish, just becoming an adult. And she didn't know any better. Let's see. But yeah, he has the Judah girl. Pretty much become a sister. After she's like, "Oh, my name's Luna." He's like, "Yeah. Yeah. You're Luna. You're Luna." And then, just like Old Boy, I don't know if any of you have seen the movie Old Boy, not the American version, the Korean version, where the guy pretty much ends up falling in love with his daughter, and like the main bad guy makes him do it, right? He tricks him into doing it. He ends up putting them in the path for that to happen, because the main bad guy, he loved his sister, and then his sister killed himself because people found out they were having sex. I don't know. The movie is fucking amazing. I think Alita is such a good movie. And let's see. Actually, things can probably change a bit. Think about it. Maybe I'm breaking up too much here. We'll see. But yeah, where he ends up choosing to stay ignorant to it, even though this person's not his sister. He's acting like he's his sister, and he's treating him like he's his sister. And he's like, "I have to protect my sister. Luna's everything to me. You know, everything X, Y, and Z like that, right?" And then she goes along with it because she's amnesiac and she didn't know who she was and she doesn't have any memories after whatever happened to Judah happened to her. She had lost everything, right? She forgot everything in the story. I know, it's kind of weird in here, right? Amnesiac girl who he thought was his sister, who looks exactly like his sister, ends up losing memories. She's like, "Who am I?" He's like, "You're Luna, you're my sister." He's like, "Yeah." And then he acts ignorant throughout the whole thing, accepting and becoming happy because of it. It fucking sucks, dude. Like, it's so sad. It's sad, man. It's honestly heartbreaking. It's fucking heartbreaking. I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was really, really good. I'm glad that I ended up reading it. You know, I know a lot of people memed it to hell, because one of the pages shows him just kind of like that. It's just kind of like a weird ass face where he ends up dressing up Luna, and she's like, "Oh, I'm dressing up as a cheerleader. Oh, I'm dressing up like X, Y, and Z," and she's so happy, and she's having such a fun time playing dress up with him, and then he's just like, "Yeah, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm a piece of shit, but I don't care." It was so fun, man. It was so fun. I know it gets memed to all hell. It gets memed so much. I don't know. You know, finding these small mangas are probably like the best thing that I probably could have done. Things that aren't too big, I guess you can say. Let's see. I think I can make a waterway right here, just kind of like a small little pond in this area, and it being completely fine. I just need to move some flowers. Let's see.